we're going to be changing up the format. We're going to be making shorter episodes, more direct questions that we answer, more things to the point, and we're going to have many more guests. And part of that is having some amazing new hosts. Hello, I'm your host, John Cavendish, and welcome to the Amazon Strategist Show, the show that's all strategy with no hacks, no silver bullets, no magic pills, just real practical strategies for your Amazon business. So today is a short episode and a very special episode, as I'm going to introduce our new hosts for the Amazon Strategist Show. So we are 1 year into the show now. It's, as recording, July 26, 2023, and I think our first episode was pretty much a year ago, around that it went live. And over that time, the show has grown. We've run the Amazon Strategist Summit, and lots of exciting things have been happening with us at Seller Candy and at the Amazon Strategist Show. So what's going to happen? We're going to be changing up the format. We're going to be making shorter episodes, more direct questions that we answer, more things to the point, and we're going to have many more guests. And part of that is having some amazing new hosts. So who are we going to have hosting us? We have two amazing new hosts. I'm going to bring up onto the screen right now. So if you're watching, if you're not watching, imagine that someone's popping up in front of you. So first, I'd like to introduce Mr. Arvin Teaño. He is a friend of mine and a colleague of mine. We've been working together at Seller Candy and at previous companies for the last 8 years, 7.5 years, for the last long time. And
8 years, yeah.
Arvin is based in the Philippines. So for me, he's just popping up. Arvin, welcome to the show.
Hey, John. Yep. I am so excited to be part of this new strategy show. I'm just really excited to be here and to be part of this journey. So thank you, John.
Thank you for being here. And we're going to be called the Amazon Strategy Show still going forward. But we will have different themes and different series, which is really cool. So that's Arvin. I'd like to also introduce Mr. Ben Smith, another colleague of mine. Ben is our head of partnerships at Seller Candy, and Arvin, is our chief delivery officer. So Ben, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks, John. Really excited to be here finally. I've been watching in the background for the first many episodes, and now I'm finally on the show. So this is awesome.
Well, I'm so glad to have both of you on the show, and I know that the audience is really going to enjoy getting to know both of you in different episodes over the next many years. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. All right, now there's all of us here. I thought we could do a little bit where you each introduce your journey, kind of in the Amazon space, just so we have a little bit of background. So, just so everyone knows, I don't know if I've ever shared my full journey, but I was a seller. We had an agency. Actually, in that agency, Ecom DNA, 5 years ago, both me and Arvin and Ben all worked together. Maybe nearly 5 years ago, around 5 years ago. We all worked together, and now we're together in Seller Candy 4.5 years later. So I'm going to pass you over first to Arvin, and Arvin, tell us a little bit about your journey in the Amazon space.
Hey, John. Yeah. So I first started my journey in about 2015. Yeah, I can see myself now. 2015, I met John. So I started as a bookkeeper for John. He was a seller back then. And then a year and a half later, I was invited to actually come and join full time to run the operations of his Amazon account in the UK. And so we're selling there in the UK and also started launching products in the USA. And as John mentioned, we also launched agencies about 5 years ago, where I actually met Ben, the guy over there. So the journey for me is really fun. It's always challenging to work with Amazon. I saw how it changed from where you can just do things really easily manually on the back end, and then to having difficulty just updating a simple title. And that journey along the way kind of made me be, I would say, an expert, but still a lot to learn with all of the reports, with all of the things that you can do about seller central account strategies, PPC reporting, bookkeeping, and reimbursement. So yeah, that's been my journey with Amazon. Right now, I am also chief delivery officer of Seller Candy, where I am focusing more on dealing with technical issues, talking to our clients, also guiding and supporting our team, process improvements, and such. So thank you, John. That I think that's enough for me today.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Arvin. So Arvin is the technical expert. So any technical problems and all the other stuff he'll be leading through. I'm very excited for the audience to experience your experience. Experience squared. So, thanks, Arvin. All right, and now I'll hand over to Ben for a bit of your background.
Cool. Yeah. So I think I kind of got into the Amazon space in about 2015, and I've since then been in a bunch of different roles. But my first kind of big thing was I started working for a guy who was a big wholesaler at the time, when it was still, I guess, kind of the Wild West days. And then I also on the side built a little eBay business with him around that, and then from there, kind of just gradually moved into different roles in the Amazon ecosystem. So managing brands, and then ultimately meeting John and Arvin. I actually remember meeting you guys. I think it was in Chiang Mai. I don't remember what year that was, but working as an account manager at the agency that they started, and that was a really awesome experience. And I continued on a little bit after that business. John sold that business off and started Seller Candy, and then regrouped with them here. And then on the side, I've also always had my own Amazon businesses. I've done private label products. I've done retail arbitrage, online arbitrage. And today I still keep kind of my toes dipped in the water, so to speak. I still have a KDP business, and I still also have a merch by Amazon business. So I'm still running ads. I'm still doing some stuff on the platform, but I just like to kind of keep some touch points and kind of always be in the know. So yeah, really excited to be here, and it's been cool. Also now working full circle back at Seller Candy, back with some familiar faces that we've worked together over the years. So it's been really fun.
Thank you, Ben. So, what's coming up? Let's go a little bit into how it's going to be different, what each of you are going to be covering for the podcast. So, first, Ben, what are you really going to be covering and diving into with the Amazon Strategist show?
Yeah, so I'm really excited about kind of the new structure in the upcoming episodes that we have, because Arvin and I are both going to take slightly different approaches. So I'm going to kind of continue a little bit in what you were doing, John, which is, having kind of these conversations with partners and service providers and sellers and just people in the space that are in the trenches. They're testing things, they're successful sellers, they've had failures, and just really delivering that value to the audience to really learn from. And so I'm kind of going to be continuing down that route. And I'm really excited because we have some really cool people from all across the board. So kind of giving you that breadth in terms of areas that maybe you have not really heard about, even within the Amazon space, like, talking about Amazon influencers or some of these other things that are kind of up and coming on the horizon, and just trying to deliver as much of that value. And the other thing I just wanted to mention there is, I like to kind of consider myself almost a specialized generalist. Like, I know a lot about Amazon from a high level, enough to be dangerous, but I don't know how to, run DSP campaigns. I don't know the nitty gritty of all the things. And so what I'm really excited about is I'm just curious to bring these people on because I want to learn about these various tactics and things that they're doing. And I think that's my goal for the upcoming episodes that I'm going to be doing with some of our guests, is really trying to kind of put you in my shoes as someone who really is asking this person so that you can tease out the best things you can implement in your business, right? If you're an Amazon seller or looking to become one. So that's kind of on my side. And then Arvin, I'll let you kind of take it from here.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, that sounds really exciting. On my side, I will be focusing more on the technical element of like how we do things here in Seller Candy. The things like most of the questions I'm getting whenever I'm having catch-up calls with our clients is how are you doing this? How are you fixing this kind of issues? So we're covering issues like how we work on flat files, how we are doing reimbursements, how we are doing inventory projections, making our listeners be familiar with Amazon reports and how they can take advantage of it, because I've been wanting and I've been really wanting to share all the things that I know about Amazon right now, from the catalog, from the FBA, and all of these things that I've gained throughout the years. And I will be using this medium to actually share it not only to our team but also to our listeners out there. So yeah, I'm so excited with that. So yep, that would be my focus. Thanks, Ben and John. Back
Cool.
to you.
Thank you. So thanks, Ben. Thanks, Arvin. And yeah, that's actually the end of our agenda for this short little episode. All that is left on my agenda is 1 million new subscribers in the next 24 hours. So if you would like to share this episode with someone who you think might get some value out of what's going forward, please do share it. You can subscribe on Spotify, you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, you can subscribe on any other platform you may use. Recently, I've been using Spotify because I like having everything in one place. So Thank you so much, everyone who's listening, and we will see you at the next episode very, very soon.